Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna learn German numbers from 1 to 100 in a very easy way. So let's start. So you need numbers basically everywhere. For example, if you're asking a friend's number, if you're checking a price of your favorite book, or I don't know, if you want to go on a bus and you want to know the bus's number and even the date. If you're asking someone's birth date, if you're just checking the calendar, maybe, you need numbers basically everywhere. So today we're gonna learn exactly that. So let's start. So repeat after me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these were the numbers from 0 to 10. They might seem bit or very different from your mother tongue, but let me tell you, after repeating these a few times for 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day, you will start catching these, and one day when you use it in a conversation, you will feel very good that you learn these numbers. And even in exams like German A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C1 and C2, you will need these numbers. If in the listening task, for example, you always get some questions in which you have to identify which number they're talking about and even check the prices or something. So let's move on now. From the numbers from 11 to 20. Repeat after me. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if you noted, just a second. Sorry for the interruptions, guys. So what I was talking about was, did you notice something similar from 13 to 19? Because I did. As you can see here, these numbers are always spelled with a very similar pattern. So it's always 3, 4, 5, 6, not 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So it's always 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10. By 16 and 17, it's a bit different because it's not 6, 10, but it is 6. I think I really have a bad day today. So where was I? So it's not zech, but so the S is missing. That's what I want to tell. So it's a bit different. And the same goes with, it's not 17 because that will sound a bit weird. But it is actually 17. So these are the only exceptions here. The rest is the same. So this is an easy way to remember these numbers. Now let's move on. Repeat after me. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now let me ask you, if you go in the supermarket and you want to buy your favorite coffee and it costs this much, 6 euros. So how will you say that in German? I will give you 5 seconds, even though it's very easy. I knew you will get it right, because it is 6 Euro. Yeah, I was too lazy to write this, but it's actually euro, so not just the sign, but still, you got it right, so you can pat yourself on the shoulder. Now, you go further in the supermarket and you want to buy 20 bottles of milk. I don't know why, but you still want to buy it, and they cost 27 euro, even though it's very expensive for 20 bottles of milk, but still. So I will give you 5 seconds. Let me tell you how to say it in German. So in German, this is a bit tricky. And if you said 72, I'm sorry, my friend, but you just said 72 and not 27. Because that is a tricky part in German. So in German, you always say the first number at the end. Here. You don't. This is very tricky, guys. And the second number is said before the first number. So I will try to explain it to you, even though it's very complicated. If you want to say 27, you will be like 27, not 72. Because you always say the second number before the first number. So here it will be 27. Now let's see if you got this right, if you understood this. Now you go further in the supermarket, and now you want to buy a really expensive imported piece of cheese that is very rare. So it's very expensive, and you want to buy it because you always want to try it, and it costs around 199 euros. And how will you say this number in German? I'm actually very excited what you will say. So, now, if you were confused from what I said before, you would probably say, so the first number is always said at the end, and what should we do with this? And the last number is always said before. So let me tell you, you are doing it completely wrong here. So in 3-digit numbers, what you do is the first number comes in the first place. The second number here does not, but even though it is actually the same number, so you don't care about this. So you just write 100. As you can see here, 109. So the last number. So basically, the last numbers just switch places. 9 und 90. That is exactly how you will say it. 199 Euro. Now, you want to buy something even more expensive. Less expensive, because you've already given 199 euros from your bank account. So you go to buy something cheaper than that, and that costs 167 euro. Now, this can get a bit tricky. But if you understood this right here, you will get it right. You just have to remember only the last two numbers switch their places. So let me tell you how you have to do this. So, as I said, this stays in his place. So we go 100. And then the last number comes before the number in the between. So it is 107 und 60. I hope you got this right. I genuinely hope you got this right. That was it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope that you learned something new today and this video really helped you. Bye.